Hello, it's me again, your friendly neighborhood Joseph McClendon III, and I should start saying the excited Joseph McClendon III, because I always am. And I'm excited this time because I get to share with you something again. And the purpose of this particular video is to make good on a couple promises that I made, and then also share with you what's coming up and what's going on, because I think you're going to be excited as well. One of them is that I'm going to be traveling for the next few days. I've got some workshops overseas, and I will be out of the pocket for a minute, so I wanted to throw this video in to add to the other videos that I made over the last little while. I'm having fun making these things, and I appreciate more than you know the unbelievable comments and even the help on some things that you guys have been sending in. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you've been sending them in, thank you. And if you haven't, bring them on. I want your questions, and I want all that stuff. So real quickly, the reason I'm doing these videos is A, to give back, because I'm sure you're going to agree with me, we all have to make this place a better place. And the second reason is that I want to really create a community, or create a place where anybody can go to get unbelievable coaching. Not from me, not just from me, but as I've said before, I've had the privilege of being around some incredible coaches and coaching some people and so on and so forth, and have an incredible knowledge base, meaning a wealth of knowledge within all that experience that I've had, and I want to share that with people. But I want to create a place where you can go to get that drive, or whatever it is that you need, or that knowledge about certain areas to change your life and make your life even better as well. Because as the old saying goes, to whom much has been given, much is expected. So I want to give back in that way. So I made some promises on the last video, and that was right now, and this really is, I guess it's part of coaching, but it really is kind of the theme. No matter what you do in your life, no matter what, whether it's business, relationship, finances, attracting stuff to you, whatever it is, you gotta agree with me that however you show up as a human, meaning your self-esteem, your confidence, your certainty, your love for yourself, and all that stuff is based on how you feel in that moment. And how you feel in that moment is an accumulation of all of the conditioning that you've had to bring you to that place. What does that all mean? That we all have the ability to change how we feel about ourselves first, and then change how we feel, so it's automatic, so how we feel in that moment, so that we perform better, so that we show up better, we do better, and we be better, for lack of a better term. Having said all that, the last couple videos that I put up, and I've been very excited because I just have recently been attending some workshops of my own, and I'm always growing as well. And the theme that I had talked about before was really that self-awareness of who you are. My tagline, for lack of a better term, is dare to make your life magnificent. It should be dare to make you more magnificent, and dare to recognize how magnificent you are. Because I don't have to tell you, wherever you go, there you are. Meaning, you're going to show up, you're all you got, and you are unbelievable. You really are. You know, I've had the privilege of speaking to and presenting to and working with close to 2 million people now over the last 20 years. And so I guess you could say I know people. And in my line of work, I meet all kinds of people. But the one thing that is true with everybody is there is a seed of greatness in every single person. And most of us don't know how to tap into it. And again, you may know, but this is just to add to what you already know. So on the last video, I said, and remember, the theme is, or the underlying thing is to condition yourself to always think of you as freaking rockin', meaning think of yourself unconsciously, just so you don't have to consciously make yourself go, okay, am I okay? But that coach that's behind you is always going, you know what, you rock, you're unbelievable, you can do it, let's go, let's go. And it's you, and you wake up that way every day. As you can tell, I get excited because I've seen the results. So bottom line is this. For you, I said in the first video, the first one that I put down, I said, listen, go through and find out the things that excite you and write them down. And I'm a stickler for this. Always write stuff down. Don't, get your computer, use that. But that old thing called a pen and paper, you remember that. Write things down. And write down all the things that excited you and it got you juiced and that you liked about yourself and all those things. I had you write that down. The second thing I said was to take a few minutes. Remember, the saying is that Every time, every day, life will continue to give you chance after chance after chance to wake up to how brilliant you are. So the exercise that I had you do was to really just sit there for 5 minutes and shut the heck up and listen to what goes on inside of you. My guess is that if you did that, now by the way, if you didn't get these, if you didn't get the videos, you can go back and look at my profile, and they're all there. I believe anybody can see them and check them out, because they'll give you the information. But basically that's all it is. If you want to condition yourself so you don't have to constantly remind yourself, and so it's the underlying thing going on inside, just do this little exercise. It's awesome. Because I not only believe in simplicity, I believe in doing things so it's duplicatable and doing it fast. I call it further faster. Why wait? So the second thing was to go through and take that 5 minutes and listen to yourself. And my guess is that somewhere in those conversations, because remember in the first video I talked about we have two minds. We only really have one, but you got two conversations going on. One is the one you recognize, one is the one you don't recognize, and the one that you don't recognize, the one that's all the way in the back, or the one that's deep down inside of you, is the one that is telling you all the time that you rock, that is telling you all the time that you're unbelievable. And that's the one that has been there since birth. So the way to fortify both of those is this. Now that you sat and started listening to yourself, here's what I want you to do. Now take 5 minutes. Your life is worth 5 minutes. Do this for 10 days. Dudes, did I just call you dudes? I think I did. It'll be off the hook. And take 5 minutes to remind yourself, to pump yourself, to tell yourself how awesome you really are. Go back to that first list and go down that list and just say, oh, you know what, here's what I'm excited about, is that I can do this. I love to do this. I love to do this. You know, and here's what I've done. And go through your past and look at all the wonderful things that you've done. And if you run out of stuff, get the simple stuff. You know, I graduated from high school, or I got a great mark or a great grade in this. Whatever it is, just start training your brain to look for what's good in you. Simple exercise. Remember, repetition is the mother of all skill. So just repeating this stuff, I'm telling you, just reading it over and over again, as simple as this sounds, will change how you feel about you. Automatically, your brain is just like a song that goes over and over and over again. Pretty soon, that song is stuck inside your nervous system. So make the conversation about you be unbelievable. Fake it till you make it. If you don't believe it, so what? Who cares? The stuff that you've been saying probably isn't true either. Or the stuff that you've been looking at, whatever we say is what we'll believe. Whatever we speak out of our mouths goes into the universe, and the universe believes it is true. So go ahead, lie to yourself if you have to. Make yourself unbelievable. Dare to make yourself unbelievable, because you truly, truly are. You know, sometimes I get a little emotional about it, so forgive me if I do, but I think in life right now, people are struggling right now. They truly are. A lot of people are struggling. And if you aren't, God bless you. Thank God for you. Get out there now. Let's help other people not struggle. And the best thing you can do for poor people, not just poor financially, but poor in every kind of way, attitude, you know, their self-worth, all of that stuff, is don't be one of them. Be a shining example of what is possible for everybody else. So what I wanted to say is this. First off, do that exercise. Do it, and continue to please send me feedback. Let me know how you're doing on all this stuff. And I got something. When I come back, I'm gonna drop the bomb on you. And what I mean by that is I've been working with my team of people, and we found a way to provide coaching, really, you know, hardcore stuff for everybody, and it ain't gonna cost you a freaking dime. You know, I'm going to share with you the details of it, but if you want to be a part of it, please stay tuned. I'm even going to do some personal coaching one-on-one with people. Share the stuff that's helped me in my life, share the high-level stuff with some people. Oh gosh, I get really excited about it. So please stay tuned and take what I've said and make it work for you. Just fake it till you make it. Just find yourself a quiet place, and now take 5 minutes, and every day, just for 5 minutes, sit down and read that over and over again. But don't just read it and go, okay, I did this, I did this. Get excited about it. It's okay, you're the only one listening. But listen, you're the only one listening to you inside your mind. So why not be telling yourself the great stuff? This will condition you to do it. And remember, life is exactly what you dare to make it. Fortune favors the bold. So boldly step up and dare to make your life magnificent.
There's a possibility. It's manifest destiny. Living like it's never gonna end.